Dubai's iconic World Islands project, the unmistakable man-made archipelago built to resemble the map of the world.
The World Islands in 2003. These islands are also fully dredged with sand, but they sit abandoned.
What occurs when aspiration and reality clash? A man-made world map etched into the water, which was supposed to be Dubai's crowning glory, has turned into one of the most costly ghost cities on Earth. Greetings from the World Islands, an $18 billion fantasy of luxury and distinction that is now lost in obscurity and ruin. The ultimate in exclusivity, a playground for the elite, was promised by this bold concept of interconnected continents. Instead, it serves as a warning about ambitions. Half-built villas left to the weather, islands eroded by the waves, and investors left clutching at sand. What motivated this enormous risk? And in the process of making fantasy a reality, what human, financial, and environmental sacrifices were made? More than just a mismanaged undertaking, the World Islands serve as a chilling reminder of what happens when ambition flies too close to the sun. Dubai's World Islands were a declaration of the unthinkable made possible. Not just another luxurious project, a $14 billion plan to build a world of private paradises out of sand and sea that would fulfill the most extravagant dreams of the world's elite. However, aspirations to host celebrities, billionaires, and kings quickly became nightmares. What exactly went wrong? Why did a project that was supposed to solidify Dubai's reputation as a major international center turn into a representation of ambitions and waste? Stay tuned and subscribe to uncover the answers beneath the surface. Among the sacrifices made, the fortunes lost, and the realities overlooked in the quest for the remarkable. Irony looms huge in the silence of Dubai's World Islands. A handful of the 300 islands have become ultra-luxury paradises, boasting lavish villas and environmental pledges. But the most are deserted remnants of a $14 billion fantasy. However, this sudden luxury creates questions. Can these man-made islands, already wearing away, really be sustainable in a landscape that resists nature? Despite eco-friendly claims, critics argue they're just another illusion. The stark contrast between these luxurious enclaves and the desolate islands around them serves as a haunting reminder. Luxury built on shaky foundations may glitter, but it's bound to fade. 20 years ago, Dubai ventured to accomplish something no city had ever attempted: carve a map of the world into the sea. The proposal was stunningly bold, a constellation of 300 man-made islands, floating 4 kilometers off the shore, designed to resemble the continents. It wasn't just a real estate project, it was a declaration that Dubai could modify nature itself to match its aims. Each island was planned to be a masterpiece, a playground for billionaires, where private yachts would dock on sandy shores and luxurious homes would host the global elite. It was a display of wealth, an engineering marvel, and a bold declaration to the world that nothing is impossible in Dubai. Reality and ambition, however, have rarely been compatible. The majority of such islands are still uninhabited today, their sandy beaches unaltered by tide and time. A few shining exceptions stand out boldly, promising sustainability and ultra-luxury, yet even they are surrounded by doubt and dashed hopes. What caused this bold ambition to fail? And what can be learned about the price of stretching the boundaries of possibility from the tale of the World Islands? Dubai was transforming the world itself when it set out to construct the World Islands, not just rewriting the map. The project's scope was astounding, nearly unfathomable. 34 million tons of rock were carefully positioned to create breakwaters that are robust enough to withstand the tides in the Arabian Gulf, and more than 320 million cubic meters of sand were excavated from the bottom. This was an engineering miracle of a scale never seen before in the globe. It was more than just structure. The 300 islands were meticulously planned to resemble the continents and were intended to serve as exclusive retreats for the world's most affluent people. It was imagined that billionaires would travel to their own little pieces of heaven in private planes and boats. However, this incredible endeavor failed at an incredible cost, including the sacrifices made in addition to the $18 billion invested in the project. The plot is significantly influenced by the human cost of broken promises, the environmental cost of dredging, and the backbreaking labor needed to create. 20 years later, the islands serve as a sobering reminder of the cost of ambition. While some have been converted into opulent communities that spark debate over their sustainability, the majority are still desolate, their sands falling into the sea. How could a vision so great, so momentous, slip through Dubai's fingers? And what lessons can be learned from this silent man-made world? The global financial crisis of 2008 put Dubai's ambitious plans to a complete standstill. The world island's glittering promise of exclusivity and luxury, worth $14 billion, fell apart almost immediately. Construction stopped, finance dried up, and investors withdrew. All that remained of the once bustling, activity-filled project was a patchwork of bare sandbanks. The majority of the 300 islands are now merely sandy wastelands. No facilities, no villas, no life. Only the specters of a billion-dollar fantasy, slowly vanishing into thin air. The islands are dead, eerie relics of unmet ambition, but from above they still look like the continents they were intended to represent. Despite all the odds, this project has not been completely shelved. From the ashes, a few islands have emerged as ultra-luxury complexes that serve the wealthy and profess to be environmentally conscious. However, their existence just makes the question more complex. Why hasn't this initiative been abandoned, given the significant financial loss and lack of tangible results? What is sustaining this unattainable dream? The answers are lost in the tides of hope and the sands of ambition. One man thinks there will be a resurgence, even if the majority of the world islands are still dead sandbanks. Meet Josef Kleindienst, a millionaire businessman and former Austrian police officer who is placing huge bets on bringing Dubai's most audacious dream back to life. His eye, a collection of 6 islands known as the Heart of Europe, has been transformed into an opulent, climate-neutral utopia that is expected to be unlike anything the world has ever seen. The lavishness is astounding. Against the skyline, golden domed castles rise, accompanied by private jungles where their owners can hide. Underwater bedrooms and floating villas give visitors the bizarre experience of waking up to schools of fish floating by their windows. If that weren't enough, in the midst of Dubai's scorching desert, there are rooms where snow, yes, real snow, falls. According to Kleindienst, his project is not only opulent, but also sustainable, setting the standard for eco-friendly architecture and energy-efficient technology. However, it all raises questions for its sheer audacity. Can this new concept really work after 2 decades of unfulfilled dreams and billions of dollars lost? However, is this utopia a permanent one, or is it merely another layer of dream constructed on changing sands? The outcome of the most ambitious project in Dubai is up in the air. In search of a little piece of heaven in the center of Europe? Be ready to pay the price. The cost of a golden dome castle on Sweden Island is 80 million euros. Would you rather something more distinctive? A floating villa with underwater bedrooms costs 5 million euros, if you can even find one, as they're already sold out. The millionaire behind the world island's comeback, Josef Kleindienst, is counting on the world's elite to fulfill his vision of ultra-luxurious life. But as big as the price tags is skepticism. Kleindienst maintains that solar energy and sustainable water systems will power his vision, which is climate neutral. A green utopia where luxury and environmental responsibility coexist is what he promises. However, there are still unanswered questions. Can an artificial jungle in the middle of a hot desert really be environmentally friendly? How can claims of a zero-carbon footprint coexist with fleets of luxurious yachts and chambers covered in snow? Although the Heart of Europe is a stunning representation of riches and inventiveness, it also poses uneasy queries of ambitions and sustainability. Will it turn out to be a contemporary wonder, or merely another glimmer in the constantly shifting sands of Dubai? The world is currently enthralled with the spectacle and the stakes. There are environmental costs associated with reviving the world islands in addition to financial ones. Large irrigation systems are operating day and night to maintain the artificial forests on these desolate islands, consuming valuable water from the desert. In an expensive rush to address the issues the project initially caused, coral reefs are being cultivated in an effort to make up for the environmental harm caused during construction. Despite its futuristic splendor, there is no denying the environmental cost. An unquenchable desire for resources powers the artificial ecosystems, further taxing the delicate desert ecosystem. Critics claim that these efforts, however well-intentioned, aren't an indication of true sustainability. They're an expensive type of greenwashing. As more money is spent on alleviating harm than avoiding it in the first place, the glitzy boasts of climate-neutral luxury are beginning to sound flimsy. Is the heart of Europe merely attempting to restore its reputation for a project that once represented boundless ambition? Rather than serving as a blueprint for the future, it might just be another example of ambition gone wrong, employing environmental jargon to defend an unsustainable show. Just 46 of the 300 original islands are being developed. The others? Still forgotten, still vacant. The future of the world is still uncertain, and investors have lost billions of dollars. The government of Dubai has strengthened its regulations pertaining to sustainability, requiring that all new construction be environmentally friendly. Will these regulations, however, be sufficient to revive this once glittering dream? As environmental concerns grow and the financial stakes continue to mount, the fate of the world islands hangs in the balance. Is this artificial paradise destined to remain a lost place, or will Dubai's ambition surpass its setbacks? There is not much time left. The world islands are a testament to the limits of human ambition. Will this bold endeavor ultimately be revived, or will it continue to be a $14 billion cautionary tale? What are your thoughts? Is the heart of Europe merely a playground for billionaires with green PR, or is it the future of sustainable tourism? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe for more global stories.